how I go about making my white feathered mirrored Juju hat inspired wall decor. Stay tuned, keep watching. I'm going to be making another feathered mirror wall decor piece. I want it white since my feathers are white and I have diamonds and such, so I'm just going to spray this. I'm going to put 2 holes actually where the center is. One of them is not needed, but that helps by putting a hole in there. Even though you spray it white, you'll still be able to see the hole. If you just leave it marked with a pencil, you won't be able to tell where it is. Move and do the other side. Flip it. I have my 6-inch mirror. I'm gonna put it in the center. Well, hopefully it's the center. Well, center enough. So this is going to be the start of my, oh man, you can see that thing in the mirror. Duh. Let me cover the light. Oh, you're so smart, but you're using the mirror. This small little thing on here to cover that up. It's probably blinding people. So I'm just going to make a circle using the outside of the mirror. That's going to tell me where I'm going to stick it. These are just going to give me some guidelines in reference to the feathers. I'm going to actually put some E6000. I'm just going to make sure this mirror stays. So it might take a little while to dry. I might have to leave it overnight. But at least this is going to make sure that it's not going anywhere. So I just drop it on top. Some more weight. Okay, so I've got my 6-inch. My 6-inch mirror attached to my 12-inch cardboard. But I'm gonna take this diamond wrap and I would like for it to go around the outside of the mirror. The only thing is that I'd like to try to stretch it a bit so it can fit around here. It doesn't take to curves very nicely, so I have to figure out a way to have this bend so that it can make one full revolution around the outside of the mirror. I'm going to try a trick shot here, and I'm going to use some pins. See if I can stick them here, and if this will help with the stretch. And this was honestly the most difficult part of all of this, because this material is not meant to be stretched or to go around in a circle. So you can see that I had major difficulties trying to get it to attach as close to the mirror as possible and make its way around the circle. I didn't want to just stick the whole thing down. I didn't want glue on the underneath the outer edges of the strip, because I needed that to be free for later on when placing the feathers. So that's why this took quite a long time. I was not sure it was going to work, but I sure had my fingers crossed. You can see the difficulty I had with the outer edge, how it kept curling up on me. Every time I tried to stretch it and glue the inside, the outside would just flip under. And that was painstaking, so I had to put some glue closer to the outside edge. I didn't really want to go that far with the glue to the outside, but at the end I had no choice. I didn't want to mess this up because I didn't know if I would be able to reuse the bling wrap. So, you know, some perseverance, I got it to work, so thank goodness for that. And I still had a fair ways to go, so I was just counting my lucky stars and hoping for the best. I got really nervous coming around to the beginning because I had to make sure that I was able to attach that seamlessly, or as seamlessly as possible. But in the end, with a lot of manipulation and tugging and pulling and adjusting, I was able to get it around to the beginning side and start the intricate process of trying to get the two ends to join up so that you can't see the line. I had lots of trimming and clipping, so I fast forwarded this a lot because it took me about an hour to get all of this done and have it attached as securely as possible. And there, just about done. Just a little bit more trimming. I'm pretty happy with how it's staying down. It's not curling up anymore. The next thing I'm going to do, this is 2 yards of the duck goose feather fringe. Turn this over to the back side and start attaching them right there. It's going to be very pretty. So I have this much left of the 2 yards, so, and then I have another packet, so I bought 4 yards in total. I'm glad I did. This is why I didn't worry too much whether this was going to show the fringe, because I'm only going to put these in front of it. I'm going to cut off the fringe actually. It's right there. There we go. So this is going to take a while. So I'm going to look for the best candidates and start cutting off the fringe. So this is just the time-consuming part of it all, and selecting the best candidates or the best feathers, because not all of them are created equal, and some of them won't work for the front part of the wall decor. You would have to either not use them or use them for a filler area in between. So you just have to just take it one step at a time, find the one that looks right, and carefully try to maneuver it underneath the bling wrap at the front. Put it here. Oh, so carefully. Like that. Lifting up the edge. If I can get an edge up. Placing it underneath. Like that. So that's why I didn't want to stick down the entire rhinestone wrap in the beginning, because I knew I wanted it to cover some of the inner feathers. So that was a nice little cover for it. And you notice that where I cut at the bottom of the feathers, or where I cut some of the stems off, you may notice that sometimes they're wide across the bottom. That provides more coverage where needed, because some of the feathers right down there they come like very fluffy. So sometimes the wider base helps to cover some of that fluff. That's if you don't want a whole lot of the fluff, but if you do like the fluff, then leave it as is. Ooh, he's very big. That is, wow, that is beautiful. I've got to get some better light. I don't know if you can tell, but I am absolutely in love with this piece. The shine when I took it outside, it's brilliant where the sun hits it. And I'm supposed to sell it, but at this point I really don't know if I want to do that. So we'll see what happens. But here's a few more pictures of it inside. Thanks for watching. See you soon. And don't forget to subscribe.